Hey folks, welcome once again to yet another episode of SwillinGrog's wonderful world of beer. And yes, the world of beer is truly wonderful, even in these troubled times that we're in. Anyhow, today I have a very special episode for you all. The beer you see before you here is one from my Untapped wish list, and it was sent to me in a recent beer mail by none other than the legend himself, His Excellency Sir Booze Review. So a huge thanks to you, Booze Review. So the beer we have here comes from South Korea. It goes by the name of Terra and is 4.6% alcohol by volume, and it's brewed and canned by HiteJinro over there, makers of some fine beers. Now, I'm really excited to try this one. The malt they use for this is actually 100% Australian, so Australian genuine malt, the finest Australian genuine malt, and they export it over to Korea and they use it in this 100% all malt brew. So I think we're really in for a treat here, folks. Now, yeah, this one came out not long after I actually visited South Korea. My good mate over there, Sir Mike, alerted me to it, and you know, obviously it piqued my interest. Yeah, so I thought it would be one that would show up here in time because, you know, lots of their other beers tend to show up here, but you know, a few years went by and, you know, still hadn't turned up until now, obviously. So last year he actually went to send me it and a few other South Korean beers that I hadn't sampled, and he gets to the post office and they wouldn't let him mail it. Yeah, very disappointing. Yeah, but still hats off to him for you know, trying to get it to me. But anyway, it's turned up here in Australia, and Booze Review has found it and sent me a couple of cans. So gee whiz, I'm really keen to get stuck into this one. So this 355ml can has been, or 12 fluid ounces, has been deep chilling in the SwillinGrog beer fridge for the last week, ready for this review. So let's pour it out into this Spiegelau glass and sample it for the first time. Alright, wow, a bit of foam there. It's a very active beer, as Jez would say. Alright, and yeah, lots of carbonation. Yeah, and that's genuine carbonation that comes from, you know, like a proper all malt fermentation process. Yeah, wow, very, Yeah, very active, very effervescent. And the colour is, yeah, beautiful, clear golden colour. And yeah, we've got over 4 fingers, 4 fingers of frothy white head. Let's just top this up actually. Alright, wow. So eager to try this. Hope it doesn't disappoint. Yeah. Okay, so we've talked about the appearance. So before I taste it, I think it's time for the aroma to be assessed. Yeah, definitely picking up a lot of sweet grains there. Yeah, it has a rather yeah, noticeable Australian sort of a aroma to it actually. In a blind taste test, it's almost like, yeah, you are smelling like an Australian brew. No, don't get worried folks. I don't think that's cause for alarm. Rightio, so we've talked about the appearance and we've talked about the aroma. So god damn it, it's time for the taste test. Let's dive into this one. So cheers to you all folks, and a huge cheers to His Excellency Sir Booze Review. Let's dive in. Wow. Up front, yeah, a nice hit of subtle sweet, bready malts. Yeah, no real bitterness to speak of. It finishes crisp and clean. Oh wow, this really hits the spot. It is my first beer of the day, even though it's quite late in the day here. Yeah, had a few errands to run today. Actually went down to Costco as a matter of fact. But wow, this is really hitting the spot. Time for another gulp. Oh, very refreshing. Yeah, it goes down smooth. It's crisp, it's clean, it's refreshing, it's somewhat dry. No real bitterness. The body somewhere between light and medium, leaning towards medium. Yeah, a very tasty brew. Yeah, yeah, I could drink a lot of this actually. Yeah, I hope it becomes more widely available here. That would really be good to see. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, at 4.6% ABV, you can certainly session this. Yeah, just a terrific brew for a hot summer's day here in Australia, without a doubt. Yeah. Wow, still looking at that can, I still can't believe that it's finally there before me. Yeah, one from the wish list. Makes me wonder what the next one that I'll stumble upon or yeah, get to try from the wish list will be. In fact, only time will tell, I suppose. I guess I can't comment on the price point because Booze Review was kind enough to send it to me. But usually you find a lot of the Korean imports are very reasonably priced here by Australian standards, surprisingly. Not like you know, the actual real Japanese imports. Yeah, you really do pay an arm and a leg for them, but you know, in some cases it's actually worth it. You know, for Kirin Lager and you know, Suntory, the premium malts. But anyhow, I'm really enjoying this. You know, I could you know, ramble on a lot about this one. Actually, it's really quite terrific. Yeah, I was actually just thinking moments ago how yeah, back in December, as you probably know, I approached you know, 50 plus breweries, and I do remember writing to HiteJinro. Yes, and well, we all know what the response was.
Get fucked.
Yeah, it's a real shame that too. Yeah, I thought I would have got something out of that little endeavour. Anyway, time for me to have one last gulp, I suppose, and yeah, let's give it a score out of 10. Alright, well, all in all, it's a very satisfying brew. It doesn't quite blow my mind, but there's, nothing wrong with it. Yeah, very inoffensive flavour-wise. A beer that tastes like a beer, and it's 100% malt. Yeah. Alright, so I'd probably give Terra a 9 out of 10. So I think that's a pretty good score, folks. So do check it out if you stumble upon it. It's well worth your while. Just get the remainder of this out. Okay, and thanks again, Booze Review, for sending me this. Actually was kind enough to send me 2 cans of it because he knew how keen I was to try it. Anyway, that's it from me. I'm just going to kick back and enjoy the rest of this, and I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, folks, fare thee well, all.